Let me share something that has been very instrumental to me. I cannot say that I have fully lived that way, but has really assisted me and really pushed my mind to think. There's a time I was reading the Bible, and I think at that time I was reading about Abraham. And there is something God tells Abraham after he has tested Abraham. And God tells Abraham, after now Abraham has overcome the test that God had given him, God tells Abraham, now I know that you fear me. And God gives him promises. As I was reading that, God made me think about Job. And now, something interesting is the same thing that God told Abraham is the same thing that God tells Job. Or rather, the testimony that God has over Job. When Satan went to present himself to God and accuse Job. When Satan went to present himself to God. The same thing. However, there was a difference. And this was the difference. God tells Abraham that I know that you fear me. After the test, God testifies of Job. I know that this man loves me. I know this man fears me before the test. I think that's a very big thing. For those people who love thinking, I think that's a very big thing. Why would God testify the same thing he testified of Abraham, not to Job before the test, but for Abraham after the test? And this is the answer. And that's why finances is not a small thing. And this is what God placed in my mind, in my heart. And I will say almost I'll use almost the same exact words God placed in my heart. That I am able, it is easier for me to trust a rich man who already loves me than a man who is growing in finances. Job was already a rich man. And he lived in such a way that he honored God, even though he was a rich man. Abraham was growing. And in God's mind, it's easier. The person would be the richest in our church or wherever you are, and that man still fears God even though he is wealthy. It is easier for God to trust such a man than a man today who fears God but is growing in finances. Because, and this is a truth, money can't corrupt. Or other people say, it's not that money corrupts. Money just reveals who you are as you get it. But someone who is here, has the finances, is wealthy, and still honors God, and still fears God, such a man God can trust. Why? Because Ecclesiastes, what does the Bible say in Ecclesiastes? Money answereth. Money answereth all questions. And it is a fact. Money do answer questions. And that's why Jesus put God and money almost as competitors. Because what some of you would be praying to God for, another person does not need to pray. He has the money to actually do it. He has absolutely no need to pray to God. His money can do it. So a man, those of us who are growing in money, God may not fully trust us as much as he would trust someone who is already there and already has the money. But as much as that is true, and it is true, I believe you have heard it being said. And probably you have also observed someone who is very committed to God before they have money. After they have money,